Good morning to everyone. This is the Power of Healing with Utabi Ungoweketelo. So, over the past few days, I've had consultations based on relationships. A partner that is chosen for you, right? And how to go about in that relationship. And yesterday, I was actually meant to make this video, but ngakhohlwa. So today I want us to talk. I want us to be just. I don't want to be. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. Ne? I just want us to talk. Real talk, because I think we lack that in most of the time. We lack a real talk. We lack emotional and spiritual intelligence to understand what the overall plan is. Yabantu abadala. When abantu abadala gives you someone, they have an overall plan of what the purpose of the relationship is. They have an overall plan. So they don't do short term goals. They don't do short term goals with what they give us or what they provide us. They do long term goals. They look at the overall terms over the years of what is actually supposed to happen. What is it about this relationship? Now, there's one thing that when we grew up, we were told ukuthi abantu abadala yithutha bayaphuza ukuphendula. And when you complete your journey, or when you are in this journey that you are in, and you see certain things and you understand certain things, then I realized ukuthi it's not that. So masithi abantu abadala bayithutha bayaphuza ukuphendula, meaning that they are short-sighted, right? They're short-sighted and they take time to respond. But I realized ukuthi not necessarily. Not necessarily. We lack the emotional and spiritual intelligence to understand what they're saying. So basically, because as totally we don't understand what they're saying, we don't understand what the initial plan is, sigcina simesapha izinto and think they are delaying to respond. You are fortunate if you are going to understand the initial plan yabantu abadala with the person that they have given you, not the person that you have pursued. And I've always said this: the relationship that abantu abadala banikeza yona, it's not about romance but responsibility. So you are fortunate if you understood or you understand the plan, and then you stick to the plan. It's only 5% of people who are fortunate to understand the plan and stick to the plan. Most of them, they understand the plan still. Fortunate you understand the plan, but they want to change the plan. Because we have a tendency of bringing us into things. And that is, I think that is a mess that is CEO, right? We have a tendency of bringing yourself into things. Your physical self, uyavuka. And what do I mean by my physical? A person that is chosen for you will not be your ideal and ideal and normal choice. Ideal and normal choice. It's not a person that is within your criteria of choices. It's not a random person that you would pick for yourself. Umuntu ozolethwa abantu abadala. In some instances, they bring somebody who's going to be a challenge. In some instances, they bring somebody who's going to have to teach you. In some instances, they bring you somebody who's going to have to push you to the right path or direction. But it is not somebody you would normally pick for yourself. So there was a conversation that I got into on Facebook where there was a question, why do they delay to give us abantu or choose people for us or choose partners for us? They don't delay. They do, or do they give us actually give us baskethela yini? And yes, bayakunika umuntu. Angithi uyamcela umuntu bayakunika umuntu. Guys, we must be careful of what we ask for. We must be careful of what we ask for. Don't involve them if usafuna ukuthi uyirane ngendlela yakho lento. Don't involve them if ufuna ukuthi i-relationship ibe kuvuka ubuwena or isebenze ngalendlela wena and ama-dynamics wena owafunayo. It's not going to work. So there's people who are actually lucky enough or fortunate enough to dream about umuntu abamphiwe. Umuntu omdala kulethele yena ngiyambambe ngesandla kubonisa ukuthi nangumuntu engizokupha yena. So in that dream you would actually, it does not mean physical features are exactly of lo muntu. Bayakutshela ukuthi umuntu siyamletha. So when lo muntu omdala uza nayo and gives the person to you in a dream, or uza nalo muntu actually, or you find yourself introducing somebody to umuntu ongasekho, they are giving you a thumbs up, right? There are people who are fortunate to say, they gave me a name. Yumuntu ekufane ngizwane naye. In those, and in most cases, umuntu mayekhethwa abantu abadala, it's a must ukuthi umphuphe. It's umuntu omphiwa abantu abadala uyamphupha most of the time. Because this was a spiritual choice. You are directed ngalo muntu through dreams. You are directed ngalo muntu, what's happening there, who's let's say the person is spiritually gifted as well. I'm a spirit guide. Okay, you see. So sometimes you get that I'm a spirit guide. Okay, actande so that, or so much that they appear kuwe manje. Uthola umuntu athi I met this girl ngizwana nalentombazana, but for some reason uyophupha ubaba, uyophupha abazali bami ukudlula mina manje. And some people even question that, ukuthi why bazoza kuwe bangezi kimi. That's lacking emotional and spiritual intelligence. That's lacking actually spiritual intelligence to understand ukuthi kushuthi unamandla anele ukuthi labantu unamandla adlula wakho ukuthi abantu bafike kuyo. Oh, it was chosen. Guys, we need to be mindful of one thing, and this thing is very important. When stop pursuing. So when umphuphile umuntu, when bakunikezile umuntu, bakunikezile igama, bakunikezile, bakubonisile, they don't pursue it. It's don't awungafaki wena. Don't pursue, because what we do now is bakubonisa umuntu uhambe baqale kumuntu afuna ukumfuna lo muntu, let it run by itself. The way bona by planning account, let it run like that. Let it happen by itself. Let it ayizenzakalele. Because I think when I made a video about relationships and the partner chosen for you, I did mention that they will tick all your boxes. Now that because they have to manipulate or they manipulate they manipulate the situation so that nizokwazi ukuhlangana, so that into yenu izolunga. They make it easy, or they make it seem easy. Because faneke nihlanganile, faneke nalo muntu start this relationship. Now, how the relationship is going to go forward is upon you. How the relationship is going to move forward is upon you. What do I mean by this? That needs wisdom. That needs spiritual intelligence. That needs emotional intelligence. That needs you to understand that this is not a normal relationship that you are often used to. Akusila ama relationships oke wangena kuwo. Ama dynamics wale awafani. Because when they give you somebody, they know that person. So when I said, let's be mindful of one fact and respect that fact, yoguti. Think about the energy that went into negotiating that both of you meet, that both of you babe nihlangane nizwane. If maybe you don't respect the relationship they have given you, or you think you are above, or yeah, it's not your thing, it's not your level, let's put it like that, it's not your level. Think about the negotiations that went into you guys meeting, because somebody's ancestral guides or spiritual guides had to negotiate nabantu bakalo. Whoever that is chosen between the two of you, have said this, there had to be negotiations that are done. Kuthi nihlangane akuvelanga nje kwayenzeka ngomhlolo. So let us be mindful of that. Stop trying to change the plan. Stop trying to manipulate the relationship. So stop bringing you. Ungazilethi wena, your physical and reasoning, and the reason why sibona ngathi relationships are difficult, especially when spiritually gifted, is because, hey man, uthi bakunikezile umuntu, and then you start becoming you, your normal self, your normal messing self, your normal destruction, destroying self. Because uzoyenza yonke into, ufuna ukuyicompare. This is a spiritual relationship that is provided for you. Ufuna ukuyicompare na the physical ones that you used to have. Umuntu abantu abadala, in most cases, is about responsibility, is about certain things that you have. It's a relationship of reason most of the time. Things that you are supposed to achieve. Lo muntu loyo you've cut from. I've had this conversation with Ugogo the other day, and forgive me for mentioning you, but Ugogo Nomabuto the other day, she was sharing a lot of things, but one thing that I loved is she understood lo muntu amkhethelwe yena ukuthi at the end of the day, what is the reason and the responsibilities? Because that person is going to be your do or die person when it comes to certain things. Lo muntu might be the one that is going to rescue you. So it's not romance. It's not romance. That person might be khona abantu, I wanna say khona abantu abakwazile ukucomplete journey yabo yokuthwasa kubhadala i-boyfriend. Uma ngale makufane kuqale your spiritual journey, uthola umuntu who's going to allow you yothwasa, akunake emthwaseni aze abe khona ayenzeni, who's supportive and is there for you. Lo muntu is for a reason. That is why uthema uqala ijeni wayohlangana naloyo. And funny enough, labo bantu kube huye ophambili, huye osupportive, huye yenza yonke into, and at the end of the day taking care of you, like umuntu beke kwazi kudala, or they bring somebody for responsibility, they bring somebody for reason and purpose. This fantasy that it has to be normal is the problem that we have. The fantasy that it has to be normal, that is the problem that we have. It has to, and I'm not saying don't be normal. You are a physical person, so there's physical needs which they understand as well. Yeah, man. Like spiritual guides and ancestral guides, guys, let's be honest, they know you. They know you, they know what you like, they know what you want, they know you. So there is nothing that you have to fix about you for this relationship. There is nothing that you have to pretend on for this relationship. They know you. And now the problem is ngento yabantu abadala, guys. So somebody said, so how do you know ukuthi uye lo muntu? I said to you, bazo validate bona, bazo confirm bona through dreams, through visions, even with their spiritual guides. They will come to you, they will introduce themselves to you. They umazi ukudlula, umazi spiritual ukudlula indlela yena azazi ngayo. There was a question that was raised, I think, on YouTube when I did the video about the chosen partner. I'm trying to remember because I remembered it this morning. Gogo mina ngisazi bayamkhetha umuntu ngizwane nalo muntu bese kuyaphela endleleni. Yeah, you brought yourself, uzilethile khona okulethile kuwe, your physical self with all these standards, with all this reasoning, with all this, you brought wena, your pride, your ego, ukhona okufakile, usuke waxuba kakhulu. You don't have to do anything to force it to work. It's going to work by itself. Stop trying to change the plan. Stop trying to make it lento eyakho kuseyakho. There is this thing that says God plans, we decide. Even with relationships, they plan, we decide. So we plan, they decide. Sorry, we plan, they decide. Awuthi mawumcela umuntu, guys, bese uthi ngiphene the emotional and spiritual intelligence to understand your messages ngalo muntu, or to understand what you want from this relationship. Give me the spiritual wisdom to understand into engizifaka kuyo. Give me the patience and endurance ngale relationship, because you need all of those things. It is very testing, it is very challenging. You need those things because the so it's going to be challenging because you didn't plan this. It's happening. So it's going to be difficult. But there's also one thing that we need to be mindful of. It is as much as uyinikezwe yibo bayakwazi ukuyithatha. I think that was the question. Bayakwazi futhi ukuyiqeda. Why do they qeda it? Why do they decide ukuthi this relationship is conducive? It's not conducive. Therefore, why do they decide to? Because remember, you also, let's say you were chosen for somebody, you also have your spiritual guides and who abafuna kuphethwe certain things, abafuna ukuthi go through your journey and complete certain things, and because your journey is for the purpose, in a purpose journey yakho. Now bayakwazi ukuyiqeda because bayamletha lo muntu, but or bayakunikeza lo muntu, and then you find that somebody lacks the intelligence of understanding what's going on, or the person. I have often said this. Kukhona ukuthi umuntu abukeke muhle spiritually, but when it comes to their physical, akasile yonto. That's where I spoke about also. I think I made a video about that when I was speaking about twin flames and soulmates. Kukhona ukuthi kubo ebukeke emuhle spiritually muhle. Spiritually, this person is beautiful. This person positive brings the positive energy, because remember that we are dealing with ancestors and spirits here, so they understand the language of spirit, they understand the language of soul, they understand the language of energy vibrations. The energy that this person has spiritually inhle, but their physical being, so the physical being, before it destroys you, but they eliminate it. Asiqede lento ngoba khona ozolimala manje. Kuyenzeka ke othandweni abantu balimazana, kukhona abantu bazidestroyeke. Lo muntu was going through perfectly in a spiritual journey, and then kwafika lo muntu wa destroyer that energy. So before by destroy that energy, bayam eliminate. Before a destroyer lentenhle abayibuildile, they will make sure ukuthi bayamkhipha empilweni yakho. They will try by all means necessary ukumkhipha empilweni yakho. It is not because khona into yenzile, but the initial plan that they had, about this relationship is not working out. Because remember, there's a relationship, it's about two people. So khona lo o oseletha ubuyena, or khona lo who's now trying to ukudlala indima yabo, was trying now ukuthi abe yibo adlala indima yabo in this whole setup. So they'll by all means, ngisho noma ngabe kuthiwa kukhona othanda kangakanani, they will make sure, because we do not understand the plan, because we lack that understanding of the initial plan, or somebody uzama ukuyenza manje eyakhe plan. We bring the problem with us, we bring ourselves to ezintweni. Yabona, if yourself did not work out for you 30, 40 years, then you don't need to bring it anymore. Ayisebenzi le ndlela wenza ngayo izinto. If your way of doing things is not working out for you, that means ayisebenzeli. Change. I remember when I spoke about the fourth phase of inner peace, where it says allow yourself to grow, and be open to changes. I think it says it speaks about growth mostly. It speaks about growth. Each journey of spirituality is one that you grow every day, either with maturity, with wisdom, but you grow. A lot of you grow ngendlela ehlukile. But you need to as you need to adopt to changes. Adopt and adapt to changes. If your way of doing things, if you ubuwena bakho has not helped you in years, that needs change. And that is one thing that we run away from. You don't want to change yourself, and then people will say, but now I have to change myself for somebody. I'm not saying change yourself for somebody. What I'm saying is your way of doing things. Your way of doing things, your way of understanding things, your way of understanding how a relationship should be like is not working out for you. Your standards, your classes, your levels, your criteria yakho has never worked for you. So change. And in closing, there's been messages that were shared on Facebook and social media basically about partners, the spiritual implications that we get from different partners. If ungezwanga lapho anya kuphinduze. Partners bring certain energies. Umuntu uza nemimoya ethize. Umuntu nomuntu uza nemimoya ethize. I don't want to go to alignment. I think I've preached in by alignment a lot of times. And a lot of people understand what alignment is, but maungazazi when a spiritual, you are bound to be harmed by yonke le mimoya, spirits that partners bring. It's not a joke, guys. Different partners, abantu banezinto zabo, abantu banamacala wabo. Be careful that you don't meet umuntu okupunishment yabantu abadala bese uba implicated now. Be careful that you don't find umuntu okupunishment yabantu abadala we're implicated. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I just thought, let me share this message with you this morning. Hopefully it will help somebody, because I've been asked a lot of questions about a chosen partner, so I decided to go to, let me just maybe give insight kancane. Thank you.